You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1341 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, November 20th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed. Subscribe, like, and set to auto download if you don't mind. Today, Wes has Florida men and other Florida style men to tell us about.
You got a couple characters to talk about.
Okay, sounds fun.
Florida style.
Couldn't resist this Florida one. It's not Florida Man Friday, but just couldn't resist it.
Right. It's Florida Man Friday come early on a Monday. That's going to brighten everybody's Monday. I was tempted to say, hell, good morning. And like you did on Fridays. That's good. I liked it. Hello. You super everybody off.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it like keeps them guessing, keep people on their toes. I've got the three bears of politics to talk about: Panda, Grizzly, and Santos bears. Those are the three of this segment. Also, the space explosion to go over. If you guys missed it, Pat's got a Brown Friday PSA and all the latest elder care hijinks you can shake a stick at. Right, Pat?
Yeah, one of the weirdest police body cam videos I've ever seen out of New Mexico with a couple olds, one older than the other, acting as a caretaker. And I've never seen a cop just do less copping when he should have been copping.
Yeah.
He was at 0 cop when he should have at least been at a 3.
It makes me laugh now.
Someone died.
Oh, no. Well, that's not good.
Well, she was 82 and not fun, but, she lived a long life.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well,
horrible death, long life.
Yeah. But then we're also talking about, we talk about it every year, Thanksgiving week, Brown Friday. The busiest day for plumbers of the year. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to avoid a plumber visit this Friday.
Oh man. Speaking of Browns, I alpha'd Cam the other day on accident. I took a shit in his bathroom and forgot to flush the toilet. So
you let him know
so he can see what a real man shit looked like.
Just so he can see. Yeah. He walks in. He's like, Jesus, Dad. I was like, now you know, buddy.
Impressed, huh?
Now you know what goes on in there when you're not around.
Impressed.
You started saying yes, sir, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was
thinking to himself, I better ship up or shape out, or he's going to keep doing that.
Yeah. Asked if like anything I needed.
Now watch that toilet try to swallow that down. Watch it struggle. That's what a real man does to a toilet.
That's a great tactic. I've got my kids that split a bathroom, so I can just go ahead and assert my authority whenever, like later on, once that becomes a thing. Yeah, it's
good. He knows.
I do that. Well, and my family shares one, so I do that every.
You're
every
just
week.
asserting authority constantly. That's a different situation, isn't it? It's just like, live chat hopping. Remember, you can watch us tape the podcast live at youtube.com/hardfactornews. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Thursday. It's really fun, if you want to chat. Big Fudge says, let's go. Rad Dad says, this gets me hard. Lots of and then Bill suggests maybe we yell, how are you doing, to start the show. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Bummer, man.
I mean, it would freak people out. I always think about yelling something else,
Yeah, it was weird. I haven't watched it back yet, but I heard it was weird.
Oh, yeah. Also, Rad Dad threw in $5 a donation. Thanks, Brad Dad, and he said his son of Brad Dad, went 9-1 on NFL picks. He posted the picks in the Discord. If you remember the Patreon, you get to see that. So our weekly parlay did not do that well. I don't want to talk about it. We should just get right into it because there's a couple things.
I don't know if it's $5 super chat or if he did a sticker. We can't tell for everybody who has the sticker access. We can
doesn't know us. Said we don't know.
But thank you nonetheless. YouTube.com/hardfactornews super chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into it then. Here we go.
Let's dive in there.
You're with 3 Factor, yeah. And this is real news.
We got 2 deaths up top. Want to hit the 2 deaths? Rosalind Carter, 96 years old, former First Lady, dead.
All right. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Dana Carvey's son, Dex, who, if you were a big Dana Carvey fan, you might remember the bit he did about his kids playing with his penis. Kid was 32, died of an accidental drug overdose. Bummer.
Sucks. Yeah, much more sad. Relatively, when you put them next to each other.
Okay. Well, let's cheer everyone up with a good Florida Man Friday. Okay.
All right.
Florida Man Friday. Sometimes you see a headline from Florida, you just got to get to it. Now, before I tell you about this headline, I'm going to show you. This is 45-year-old Rudy Wilcox. Can you describe him to the listeners?
Meth.
Yeah. Lots of like facial abrasions, right?
Here's what he looks like.
Left and right on the face.
Do you guys know Liev Schreiber, who's the voice of Hard Knocks, but he's also an actor. He's been in a ton of things. Specifically, maybe Scream. You know him as Cotton from Scream 1. He looks like if you took Liev Schreiber and you stretched his face out.
But also tilted it, because that nose, can you see it's like an S shape?
It's been broken at least 20 times in probably like a fight over a beer or something.
It hangs like a dick. His nose hangs like a dick. Did you notice that?
A sway to it, yeah.
Check that out. Yeah, it does. It
really hangs like a dick.
Yeah, interesting.
Dude, that's so sad. You got to think somebody's beat that dude's nose and was like, "I'm gonna put a sway in this nose, buddy."
I'm gonna make this dude. I'm gonna make this dude's nose look like the locker room in any given Sunday. Yeah. He's got meth sores on his face, and he's very thin. He's maybe 43.
He's got street sores.
Street sores.
Street sores. Yeah. Yeah, he's 45.
Okay.
Actually.
Patchiness. He's got a patchiness. I thought he was younger. Oh.
No, 45, 45, yeah. And here's the headline. Florida man arrested for pooping on dead possum during rush hour traffic. So,
that's meth for you. Or was he on bath salts too? What else was he taking? Was just
shockingly, he was not on anything at the time. His toxicology report came back negative for everything.
Coming down. Then? It was when everything left his system.
He was protesting the fact that he had no drugs, probably.
Yeah, sobriety. Yeah. Protesting sobriety by shitting on a possum.
Yeah.
Do possums have like leprosy like armadillos do? Like is he trying to neutralize something?
No, I think he was.
Right.
I don't know, but remember a while ago I was telling you that sometimes I feel like homeless people are judging me for like living a normal life, like I'm doing it all wrong, for having a car, paying taxes, all that stuff. Yeah. If I saw Rudy, if I was in a car on my way home in rush hour from like a long day's like hard work, and I was like thinking about quitting my job, if I saw Rudy shit on a possum, that would be the biggest sign I've ever seen in my life, to just go on a great big adventure with like Tony wants to. You know, I would see it as the biggest sign I've ever seen from a homeless person.
That would be life
right at me.
Yeah, that's weird, bro.
It would be.
Was the possum's mouth open? What else do we know about the possum?
He was dead, right?
He's dead.
Yeah, you could die with your mouth open.
Yeah,
sure.
He shit. Here's the corner where he did it
on the tire tracks.
So,
okay. You said rush hour makes it sound like he was on like the side of a highway. That's a busy street in a suburban neighborhood.
It's a 6-lane street.
It was 5:30 p.m. Yeah, it's a 6-lane street. There's some traffic.
Yeah, but there's no off ramps. I mean, it's just turning onto like a neighborhood street.
No, he's just shitting on a possum right next to the busy ass road.
Probably wherever that puddle was, just shitting. Yeah.
Do you wonder? I mean, look. If you're homeless,
I quit my job immediately.
What? Why would that change your life? Seeing that shit,
I would just. I'm imagining myself coming home from rush hour, like hating my job, and then seeing Rudy just shit on a possum and being like, you know what?
He's got it all figured out.
He's me, and my job is the possum, and this is a sign.
Right.
You make it a metaphor, huh?
Yeah.
This is seeing him shit on the possum.
That guy truly does he's living life. He's carefree.
The great internet comment from Rad Dad. Rudy was just making sure that the possum wasn't playing dead. I got a surefire way to smoke these things out. I'm curious. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm not curious. I know that homeless dudes taking a dump, hard when you're homeless because you're dehydrated, generally constipated. But B, when you do have to
easier if I got a target.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, if you do have to go, it's a pain in the ass, right? You got to find a place where someone will take you in to let you dump. And at a certain point, you're like, he's probably holding it for a long portion of the day. He doesn't have that much to look forward to. He comes across a possum and says, "This will kill 6 minutes, and it'll be great. It'll be a great 6 minutes."
Yeah, he probably made a bet to himself. I bet I won't get a drop on the pavement. I bet it all stays on the possum.
Hey, I bet you a 23 ounce beer.
I bet none of it touches the pavement, brother.
Is that what they're saying to themselves when they're out there like screaming?
Finally, someone worse off than me.
Maybe. I mean, you got to entertain yourself somehow.
I don't know, Jim. He might not be worse off. Well, hold on. I'll make him worse off.
I always wonder what the homeless guys are saying to themselves when they're just going off like on the sidewalk by themselves, like they're just like, if it's a summer, they might be shirtless, or if it's the
they're
winter,
cursing you, Will.
They're cursing.
They're cursing you or someone.
Yeah.
They're just going off.
Cursing their ex-wives. They're cursing you. Yeah. Everything's their ex-wife. The possum was his ex-wife.
Fucking bitch.
Just lay there like you always do. Just lay there like you always do.
Sometimes they're cursing the mountain bike company, that they're on. Fucking Huffy. Fucking shit tires. Chain won't even stay on this Huffy.
I know you ain't asleep.
You guys know the scene I'm talking about. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. So
I bet he hated it. But he hated if he got one of the big logs right on him.
Yeah. So the affidavit, of course, said the defendant was observed defecating on a deceased possum with his pants lowered and his anal region exposed. So his ass was back to rush hour traffic. So he made sure that everyone saw the shit coming out, landing on the possum.
Who's stuck around to file a police report here, Doc? You know what I mean? Like,
no, the cops came and they arrested him.
Okay.
And I'm sure there were some people who were willing to just like, there was somebody who sort of pulled over and was just like,
no, actually,
I'll tell you.
There was a Clearwater police officer who actually saw him.
He watched the whole thing.
Yeah. Clearwater police officer. This is Pinellas County.
Out, just like, look at this.
He won't. He's going to get some on the pavement. Watch.
That just ain't right. No way he gets all possum. Nothing but possum.
The affidavit also said that the witness says that he doesn't see straight, and that's why he shot on the possum. But quote, the physical evidence was viewed at the scene, which corroborates the allegations alleged. He definitely shit on the possum.
He doesn't see straight, like you thought he was somewhere else.
Oh, I thought I was shitting just
a yard from the possum.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a porta potty. He's just staring at the traffic.
I don't see straight.
I don't see straight.
Sorry, officer. I didn't see straight.
See, the thing is, officer, I don't see straight.
Yeah. So he was charged with exposure of sexual organs, booked in Pinellas County Jail. It's a misdemeanor. That's all he got was a misdemeanor. He's booked in the jail on a $150 bond, and the article said that he remained there. I actually toyed with the idea of posting his $150 bond myself.
Pay it. Yeah.
But then I was like, well, if he gets out and like rapes someone or like,
right.
I don't want to have that on my conscience.
And be on your conscience.
It would be like $75, right, for a $150 bond because it's like 50%.
Right,
10%. It would be less. It would be like $15.
He just shit on a possum.
Yeah.
Shit on a possum. So I mean, it's just.
But I guarantee he changed some lives that day. Somebody's life is affected forever because they saw Rudy shit on that possum.
I'd laugh my ass off for sure.
Oh,
100%.
I mean, why not?
Ray Donovan. He's you think he looks like a methed out Ray Donovan?
Stretched out Ray Donovan.
That's a stretch.
I don't know. There's other actors I feel like are a little closer.
Okay.
But yeah,
you might be right.
I see what you're coming from with like the salt and pepper beard type deal going on there. Yeah, I could see him.
Well, guys, we got a new sponsor to talk about, and it's fantastic. What do you call a person who speaks 3 languages?
A trilinguist?
Someone who speaks 2?
A bilinguist?
Someone who speaks 1?
An American?
You got it. Yeah. Only 22% of Americans speak a language other than English at home. So start learning a new language this fall and be the exception, not the rule. Because with Babbel, you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. I went to a wonderful carnitas place with my son today who's supposed to know a little bit of Spanish. And the waitress, I think she knew a little more English than she was leading on, but she was not going to give me any of it. And I had a hard time today. And I really think that Babbel is going to improve my, especially food ordering at restaurants. So this fall, you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. Why Babbel?
And my pointer finger was broken, so I had to talk it out.
I said what like 80 times. What? Because
if you live in a U.S. Western or border state, consider Babbel for Spanish.
Yeah. You don't want to pay. Yeah.
If you're single, think about the dating pool that'll open up if you learn another language.
Oh yeah,
massive.
Think about like a video game. You're just unlocking more characters you can potentially bang.
Even if you can say just a couple words, like that's impressive to someone, like a French girl or a German girl or something like that. If you can say a few, at least you're trying. So don't pay hundreds of dollars for a tutor or fool yourself with language apps that are little more than games. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. It's designed by real people for real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. I went on there and was messing around with the Spanish, and it's really cool. They teach you how to say the word. They make you then do a little test at the end to recognize the word. And again, it's all conversational. So it's the important stuff you need to learn to get by and start speaking this language. Studies from Yale, Michigan State, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. For instance, one study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. That's incredible. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel's a real language learning for real conversations. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55%.
Whoa,
that's pretty big off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/factor. Get 55% off at babbel.com/factor, spelled BABBEL.com/factor. Rules and restrictions may apply. Really great. Check it out if you've always wanted. A lot of people think that they're too old to learn another language, but you're not, and this will help you get by, and it'll really improve your skills.
Oh, yeah. You guys ever seen that clip of Bradley Cooper doing press in France, and then he's speaking
French? Yeah.
He's in fluent French.
Was it impressive? C'est bon.
It was muy impressive.
Oh yeah, it is nice. You should. I mean, I grew up speaking French. Don't really use it now. I'm using Babbel to learn more Spanish because that's more useful in my day to day. But speaking two languages is just great for your brain. It helps you. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
I stretched out a photo of Liev Schreiber. It doesn't work.
Yeah, there's another actor I think you're mixing him up with who is actually like a little closer.
But I'm mad about it because I felt like I was
similar. Like he probably does movies with that guy, and it's not quite.
Yeah,
it's a different dude. I know.
Tell us who this guy looks like in the comments. What actor?
Yeah, the Florida man, 45-year-old.
What's stretched out?
Rudy Wilcox.
Rudy Wilcox. Oh, classic Rudy. All right, Pat,
more like Rudy
Pilcox.
Yeah, I do. I do want to do that. Guys, Roto-Rooter. Okay, and looks pure disclosure. This is one of those situations where a company sends out a press release staged as press or news, but it's actually just a promotion tool for their particular service. I've never used Roto-Rooter. I don't know if they're good or not. So
I have.
You have? How are they?
I mean, my dad's house has all kinds of plumbing problems, and so he was a Roto-Rooter like speed dial guy, and they'd have to come out there with like what I assume is the Roto-Rooter. I have no idea. It's some type of snake tool, and they shove it down in the yard somewhere, and all of a sudden, all the toilets can flush again.
Damn, bro. Were you on septic?
I don't know. The house is super old, like built in like the 1930s, so I have no idea what. It's just got shitty plumbing. One time, and this is a Brown Friday PSA that there. Don't take a shit. When the Roto-Rooter guy says, "Hey, don't take a shit," remember not to.
That's when you go take that shit and show them what a real man does on the toilet.
No,
you don't. All right, Wes.
It's awkward.
Yeah, exactly right. It's a perfect
I like
time.
to take it. I like to take a shit and then call the Roto-Rooter guy, even when I don't even know if it can flush or not. But I just want to.
Is this going to be a problem?
Yeah,
hey, is this going to be a problem?
Can you grade it before it goes down? Yeah, this is a
Take a look at what I'm
preventative.
putting down here.
This is a preventative call.
Is this going to be a problem?
Can I get an estimate on this?
Oh, does the guy look like Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood?
Could be a little bit.
A little bit.
And because Roto-Rooter says it's experienced a 50% increase in call volume on the day after Thanksgiving. A lot of people call it Black Friday, but look, we know it's Brown Friday in the plumbing world, the plumbing circle world. It's a 21% uptick in business. And according to Yelp, guys, Portland, Oregon has the highest number of searches related to emergency plumbers. Okay. Virginia Beach, Raleigh, Raleigh, North Carolina, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Florida, round out the top 5 for most clogged
That's
toilets.
sad. Those are just all the places where nobody can fix their own toilet. That's a sad thing to be on. That's not a great list.
Could be, Will, or could be because they're taking huge shit.
No, dude, in Portland,
It's also
they're all
the
like
combination.
vegetarians.
It's also the combination of just people coming to your house and being there, right? Like there's just like way more people taking dumps at your house because they're
gatherings, right? On
Yeah,
old
yeah.
pipes. Yeah.
Look, sure, okay, sure. Some say it's really mostly food related. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to avoid a plumber's visit, but Roto-Rooter, I don't know, man. There's one tip that they put at the end of their list that leads me to believe that it's not just cooking related. It is related to the size of the dump based upon how much you consumed.
Also, how much toilet paper and if people are using those fucking wipe things.
Well, that's on their list. Do not put the wipes on the toilet. But let's get to the tips here, guys. Never pour grease or turkey drippings down the drains. They solidify in pipes like candle wax. They can choke drains, kind of like a big dump after carnitas.
hot water and Drano if you fuck it up. Yeah. Pour hot water while you're pouring it down if you're going to do that. Otherwise, just try to throw it away.
I have a vat of bacon grease just in a Tupperware.
That's awesome, Wes.
Yeah.
This one will also cause a fight. I've seen it happen between my brother-in-law and my father. Don't put potato peels in the garbage disposal. Don't do it.
Oh, that does cause fights, dude.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm cool with it. I don't care. If somebody puts shit down my disposal and it doesn't break it, I'm fine. But I know a lot of people are real anal about that fucking
potato
disposal.
peels will fuck you.
Potato peels
time.
will break it.
Really?
It's like quicksand for a garbage disposal.
Yeah. A lot of rice too will fuck it up.
I'm stupid,
rice.
I'm stupid enough to like let anybody just do it, and then I'm like, hey, hasn't broke yet. So
Potato, you got to throw that shit away.
Here's an asterisk that you want to make sure the garbage disposal is running when you add food scraps to it. So that's maybe one way you can handle it. But who wants a disposal running? Have you ever seen the movie Ghost in the Machine? Right, it's very scary to have a garbage disposal running because you might.
It's scary, but it's convenient.
I'm always thinking about my finger getting cut off in there.
I just start jamming stuff in there just because I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah, I hear that. And guys, finally, this is the last one. Limit the number of uncles that you're gathering to no more than 3 uncles.
Yeah, that's
That's a big one.
You know, they have competitions.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
And you gotta,
fatherless
like-
uncles too.
Mhm.
I mean, uncles that are not parents.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Childrenless uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, just the, honorary uncles. Right, yeah, you got to keep a lid on your count, your uncle count. Yeah,
Yeah, but be careful out there, guys. Seriously, Brown Friday is a real thing, and you're going to be waiting a long time, especially if you're in Portland, Virginia Beach, Raleigh, North Carolina, to get a plumber out there. But speaking of the holidays, if you do want to get some gifts and you don't know what to get, I recommend you go over to Uncommon Goods. Pretty simple. It's a curated collection of gifts, a lot of them handmade. That make your holiday shopping stress-free. Unique gifts, everyone on your list. Everything on there is pretty great. The best analogy or scenario I can describe is if you got to get a gift, if you're traveling, you got to get something for mom, your sister, your brother, your sister-in-law, and your older niece. It's like, man, I got to get 6 things. The budget's probably $50, $40 for each one of these. Right. What do I do? Go to Uncommon Goods. Just knock that SHIT out, bro. It'll be super easy.
Yeah. It's got everything. It's like a combination of all those stores that every town used to have that for some reason don't exist anymore. Like in person, you can get all that stuff at Uncommon Goods. Like all those.
What's it called? Like a Black Rhino Bazaar or like a bazaar where you walk through these little shops that artists have and you just go through the aisles. It's like that online, kind of.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And the reason we need Uncommon Goods right now more than ever is, dude, there's so much crap on the internet. Like I find now when I'm buying anything on the internet, half of my time is checking to see, okay, is the company really real? Are they drop shipping it from some other company that sucks? Like, is there a review of the thing? Is it just someone doing a cash grab? But no, Uncommon Goods is not. It's curated, so you can shop with peace of mind, knowing that what you're getting has been handpicked. And you can get 15% off your next gift. Pretty simple. So go to uncommongoods.com/hardfactor. That's uncommongoods.com/hardfactor. Get that 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. uncommongoods.com/hardfactor.
Cool stocking stuffers on there too.
Yeah. You could literally spend maybe 20, 30 minutes on there, knock out 5 gifts for,
Oh yeah, and they would be so unique, as you said, Pat. It would be fantastic. The recipients would be blown away. Okay, let's move on to the 3 political bears. 3 kinds of political bears we're talking about today. The good kind, panda bears. It's the first one we're going to talk about. That's fun. Look at him. He's having such a good time.
He's laid out.
Yeah.
By the bamboo, eating snacks and whatnot. Next is the potentially deadly grizzly bear. Those are much more, you'd think, a problem than a panda bear. You'd rather run across a panda in the wild, I would imagine.
I bet they're equally aggressive or similarly aggressive, probably, right?
A grizzly? No, it feels like
they're not nearly as big.
Feels like the grizzly would really kill you
Grizzly
lot faster.
Grizzly would kill you twice.
This guy's just eating bamboo and hanging out on his back, like asking you to rub his stomach. This guy.
Is that a guy or a girl? Because if I'm looking at it right.
Yeah, right. She has some rust. You're right, Wes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then the third kind of political bear today is the George Santos bear. You seen this photograph?
Look at that.
Dude, okay. So this photo of George Santos is puzzling, man.
It's like a fat suit he's wearing.
It's like a fat suit. He's got a big, like, thin knit sweater on.
Why is he wearing that thin ass sweater?
Oh, poor George is stressed out. That's the weight of stress that he's carrying right now. He packed on a quick 40.
Yeah, that's a weird stress. That's a stress stomach for sure.
Yeah, dude.
It's a very abnormal looking stomach.
Put on a Goodyear tire stress.
Oh man!
Over the summer of
what do you put in Google to find that, Will?
No, it was a trending image on Twitter. That's the Santos bear. First up, though, the fun news about panda bears. After we pretended like there were no homeless people in San Francisco, so President for Life Xi of China could sit down with Tim Cook and Larry Fink at dinner last week in San Francisco. All of a sudden, after that, we're getting pandas back, potentially.
Is that concerning that like Xi coming over here was like the U.S. has been like working really hard to like reestablish diplomatic relations with China. Like I know Blinken went over there. One of the, John Kerry went over there. And then Xi's coming over to meet with Biden and he pops over to hang with Tim Cook. Like, is that, I mean.
Larry Fink. Yeah. I mean, I think it shows you where the power really is in America, right?
He did meet with Biden first, but I'm still like, I mean, it's just concerning.
Sure. But his dinner table was Tim Cook and Larry Fink. So.
Right. That's Oracle, Fink.
It's BlackRock.
BlackRock. Okay.
About who's sort of really calling
Jesus
the shots.
Christ, bro. That's
America.
upsetting.
Anyways,
it's fucking upsetting, man.
Anyways, we're getting the pandas back, potentially. Xi said while in Cali, he said, when everyone was kissing my ass this week, I was told that many American people, especially children, were really reluctant to say goodbye to the pandas. And we went to the zoo to see them off, or they went to the zoo to see them off. Sorry. I also learned that the San Diego Zoo and the Californians very much look forward to welcoming pandas back. So basically, San Diego will get some pandas back, probably. No word on when and how many, but President for Life Xi Jinping of China has basically said he's giving them back to San Diego, at least.
It's a political goodwill thing, right? Like this is their.
Well, isn't Biden lifting some sanctions too?
I'm sure. I mean, they just had their get together feel good meeting. They're like going to do military communications again. I didn't really read too much about the outcomes of the meeting.
That was the big thing, Willie. Is the military to military communications had broken down during the Trump administration. So the big thing is that, and that's the most important thing for avoiding nuclear war, is you guys talk. Okay.
Right. And so pandas, I guess, are a big part of that too, according to G. He didn't say everybody's kissing his ass. I added that part. So some people also think that the whole thing was just Biden handing the reins to Newsom to run as the Democratic candidate in 2024. You guys think that's happening?
That would mean Biden's not a selfish asshole.
Yeah, Newsom though. Woof.
No, Newsom.
He's so handsome. Newsom would win. He's so handsome.
Oh, I would vote for
well spoken.
He's the only person in America that might make me vote for Trump. Like Gavin Newsom. Next
it's also
up,
kind of fucked up that Xi went to the city where fentanyl kills so many people, and he's responsible for his country.
But they cleaned
San Francisco.
But West,
Yeah.
they cleaned the addicts off the street. So
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But
wasn't an issue.
it's like I don't know what the
I mean,
good analogy is.
Dude, it's bullshit though, because they passed legislation during the Trump administration about fentanyl, and then they just shipped it to Mexico.
Yeah, no, they ship the products to make it to Mexico.
Guys, the China. If you ever talk to someone that spent time in China, you're on a closed circuit cell phone network and a closed circuit internet that they can monitor. They can knock on your door and drug test you. You're telling me they don't know where the fucking fentanyl is?
Well, they know where it is.
Yeah.
There's levers to do that in America too for a lot of this stuff. I mean, but yeah, I mean, our governments are both involved in the drug trade. I'd leave it at that. Next up, the potentially deadly grizzly bear is planned to be reintroduced to Washington State this year by the National Parks and Wildlife Services. But the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Public Lands Council, and the American Farm Bureau Federation argued in comments filed with the federal government last week that releasing grizzly bears near communities could be a potentially bad idea. Remember, this is a picture of a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are a subspecies of brown bear found only in North America. They are not at risk to be extinct as of now, and are known for their particularly aggressive nature, more aggressive than your average bear, if you will. So,
yeah, and they kill cows.
Yeah, no, they're PLC president, and that's the Public Lands Council president, Mark Robert, a Colorado rancher. He said this: grizzly bears are 20 times more dangerous than black bears and are well known for their aggressive, fatal maulings. Their broad diet means they can harm anyone: corn producers, orchards, cattle ranchers, sheep ranchers. The list goes on and on. Hell, they'll eat you up and spit you out faster than my ex-wife.
20 times more aggressive than black bears would be. That would be so aggressive. 20x aggression.
Yeah,
20x aggression, really?
Well, black bears usually are scared of humans. They've usually, if you can,
but a 20x aggression, Wesley.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot.
That's very aggressive, dude.
Yeah, well, the Biden administration plans to release up to 7 grizzlies a year in the northern Cascades ecosystem in Washington State over the next several years to establish a local population of about 200 grizzlies in that area. But the governments of nearby Idaho and Montana have already sounded off in opposition, and local Washington law enforcement in rural areas warned that this will obviously cause local residents to have to kill grizzlies eventually in order to defend themselves, their family, or their property, which is a massive crime. So it's basically like, right. Yeah,
it is a huge crime. This happened with the wolves. And they reintroduced them to Yellowstone.
Right. So the wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone to kind of get like the environment back and like, the natural order of things. Is that why they're doing this with the grizzlies? Because it's going to help the elk population or some shit?
Maybe the environmentalists say that they're naturally supposed to be there, so there should be the 200 there. But local, everybody's like, well, yeah, but they're not. And it's because they're going to kill everything and we're going to have to kill them because they're going to try to kill everything. So that's a real bear of a problem that they're dealing with out there in the northern Cascades region. But at least they're not our last bear, political bear. George Anthony DeVolder Katara Santos. And by George, after the ethics report dropped last week, letting everyone know that Santos was using campaign money on OnlyFans, as Pat told you about on Friday's episode, the OnlyFans ladies after that spoke up. Several of them posted on Twitter about Santos being a sub, including Sky Bree. Have you ever seen this lady before, guys?
No.
She tweeted, tell me more.
She tweeted, "He was subbed to me, so serious. He was into freaky shit too." She followed up, and that's Sky Bree. And
okay,
Is there any way to verify this, or are we just getting hijacked by Sky Bree and her hot OnlyFans?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
This
maybe
is a good tactic by Sky Bree.
Maybe, but another performer, not just Sky Bree, Leila Lewis, there she is, different body type category. She came forward and let
similar
everyone
stomach
know.
these days.
Yeah, really.
What's that? Yeah.
Her stomach is similar to what we're looking at right now with Santos's stomach, I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, Santos could be like yeah, chubby chasing type deal. Anyways, Leila Lewis came forward. She let everyone know that not only did Santos sub to her OnlyFans, he even paid to get a dick rating.
Oh wow!
I thought he was gay.
That's what I thought too. But
He's
paying.
I think Pat's right. I think maybe these girls, unless there's proof, this is just great advertisement for these OnlyFans girls.
Right.
Well, maybe so. And I like to put their pictures up. There's Sky Bree once again, and Leila Lewis. Anyways,
what award did she get? What award did Leila get? She's standing in front of the Pornhub Awards banner. I'm wondering
not sure.
What award she
the
get.
BBW category award.
Can you check on that, Eric? What award, Leila?
Yeah, most clogged toilets.
Yeah.
Anyways,
plumbers
Leila,
hate her.
If it is an advertisement, it's the perfect time to do it because Leila claims that she tried to find her dick rating of Santos so that she can make it public, but she says that he probably deleted his OnlyFans account after that whole ethics report dropped, so she can't find it and make it public. So it's a great claim, even if it is false.
Right, but it's bullshit because if you're an OnlyFans creator and as soon as you put two and two together, right, which you must have done before the news came out that, oh my God, that guy whose dick I rated is George Santos, you're going to screenshot the dick.
Right, but they show his face. He didn't the username wasn't Congressman George Santos. It was
right. They were protecting it when he was still an active sub, probably. But
so what's the alternative? She went back. By the way, OnlyFans usernames are like U10742653. So she went back then and looked through all of her dick pics and was like, "Oh, that's the one."
That must be.
Like, just explain to me how it happened.
You're not buying these stories. That's look,
I'm not at all, dude.
All I'm saying is what the OnlyFans lady said. Okay, that's it. I'm just reporting on that. Nothing more. Than that. But that's about the Santos bear, political bear.
She recognized the sweater. It was just hanging over his
right.
over his cock. One of them. I recognize that shade of violet.
Thin violet pastel sweater.
I recognize that stomach and that cock anywhere.
Where do these people come from?
Oh man, George had a great run, didn't he?
Yeah. No, it's not over.
Just a fan. Not over yet. Not over yet.
I keep thinking about it. I do think he's going to do Masked Singer. I think that was a great call, Wes. I
didn't say Masked Singer. I just said TV analyst.
Oh, maybe Mark said Masked Singer.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to do something.
He will, but he's got those 23 federal fraud charges staring down his back right now. He's running from them, but eventually he has to go to court for him next year. And I hope that George at least spent some of that money, that fraudulent money, allegedly, that he got on a portrait from Paint Your Life to memorialize all of this in his great run before it gets taken away by the courts, probably next year. And I know I brag about it a lot on this podcast, but the family portrait that Paint Your Life made for us is simply the best thing that I have in my house. Here's a time lapse I'm going to show on the video show of the artist painting it. While I tell you more about Paint Your Life, it's probably the nicest gift I've given my wife since her wedding ring. And the kids absolutely love the portrait too. It's a compilation service. Paint Your Life transforms your photos into one-of-a-kind, beautiful hand-painted portraits by professional artists. Okay, and you can get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo for a sentimental holiday gift right from the heart. Or you can use their compilation service to upload multiple photos to create anything you can imagine. Put yourself in a location you've always wanted to go to, add lost loved ones, or just like put together the portrait of your dreams with whoever you want from multiple photos. That's what we did. We put my family in front of Lake Tahoe with a infant son and a toddler daughter. We don't really have a good family portrait yet, but thanks to Paint Your Life, we do, and the kids love it too. So lots of options. Customize your experience with a payment plan that works for you. As little as 10% down makes this a truly affordable gift. User-friendly platform lets you order a custom-made hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes. You'll get to approve every stage of the portrait process and request as many modifications as you'd like to ensure the portrait is painted just as you dreamed. Is the perfect holiday gift. And this holiday season, you can give the most meaningful gift you've ever given from paintyourlife.com, and there's no risk. And if you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
I'm so jealous of artists who can paint like that. I wish it was a skill I had. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that guy looks pretty sexy when he's painting.
Pretty impressive. Yeah. All right. Next Florida man-esque story, guys. This is 60-year-old Scott Allen Schultz.
He needs glasses.
We're gonna call him Sass. Okay.
He's squinting so hard.
Yeah. He's got like what looks like a camo.
What'd you say?
Hoodie on, maybe. Yeah, I mean, all American white dude. Looks like.
What was it that you said to me?
Yeah.
Why are his eyes so tiny?
He's not hard of hearing. He's hard to see him, but he makes up for it by asking, "Would you say?"
Yeah. He's also a habitual sex offender and has racked up 4 felonies in his life, all having to do with Sass and Sass's penis. And a few days ago, on November 16th, Sass was arrested again, and this time it could land him in jail for life. Fool me once, Sass, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, okay, Sass, one last chance. Fool me 4 times.
Oh, Sass.
Sass goes to jail for life.
Sass did it again.
Yeah. So what did he do this time? Well, he was arrested for attempting to break into multiple homes in the Mount Clemens area in Michigan. Seeing that one of those homes had a Ring camera, Sass once again showed everyone why he has 4 felonies, pulling out his penis and masturbating for the homeowners inside who watched Sass through their Ring cam. Now, police eventually did apprehend Sass, took him to jail, where he was charged with 3 counts of attempted home invasion in the first degree, which is a 5-year felony, indecent exposure by a sexual delinquent, which is Sass, which is a potential life felony, and he was also a habitual 4th felony offender. So, but during the hearing of Sass,
Sass!
Yeah, come on, man,
You did it again.
come on, man, come on, Sass. During his
Give
original
you a
hearing,
4th chance, Sass.
yeah. Can't give you another chance, Sass. You know, we all know what you're going to do.
No, I won't. I swear of it.
Dude, speaking of Sass and like not giving him another chance, I think like is he proof that masturbating can turn you blind? Like, do his eyes get smaller and smaller?
It's not making his eyesight better, Will.
Yeah. I think he operates mostly in the night, so bright lights are just killing his eyes.
Yeah, he's got possum eyes.
Yeah. He's like
That's
he's
what
like
it's gonna
he's
be.
He's like a
nocturnal.
raccoon.
He's nocturnal. So
Sure, make fun of my eyes doesn't affect me for what I need them for.
So why I did this story is because during his hearing, he had some things to say to the judge, and also we have some video of from a Ring cam. Here's the local news story.
That I have to complete by year's end and being tethered.
Mr. Schultz, I would ask that you reserve that.
There's
That's
a mission.
60-year-old Scott Schultz interrupting the judge at his own arraignment to explain his mission. Schultz is charged with 3 counts of attempted home invasion, indecent exposure, and police say he is a habitual offender with previous incidents of indecent exposure.
Some of the information that came forward to our detectives is very alarming. And what his motives were and what he was attempting to do. We're happy that he's here in the Macomb County Jail, and we're happy that he was given a $500,000 bond. This is someone who should not be on our streets.
Schultz is accused of attempting to break into homes on Market Street in Mount Clemens on Tuesday. This Ring doorbell footage caught Schultz on camera. When he couldn't get inside, police say he exposed himself and then did something which we can't get further into detail on TV.
Pretty scary. And, you know, if these doors were not locked, you know, we wonder what was this person's motive,
all
what
over
was
the
he
couch.
attempting to do.
We feel that the home invasions were an attempt to gain access to sexual gratification.
Police, thankful the residents' doors were locked, they believe another similar incident may have occurred at a local church.
There was a sexual deviant type activity that occurred on premise there, and that's something that we're currently investigating.
Schultz is behind.
Anyway, you get it. I don't know what he did. Maybe he came on like a nativity scene, or I don't know what he did, but
you know what he did.
Yeah.
Sass just jacks off on everything.
Yeah.
Getting locked out only made him hornier.
Yeah. So in case you missed the beginning, he explained to the judge that he has a mission that he has to complete by the year's end, and it's impossible for him to complete that mission while he's tethered there at jail. So he's like, listen, there's a big problem here, Judge. I'm in here and my mission's out there. So
can't jack off on churches from inside of jail. You understand me?
Well, except for the chapel, which I've jerked off on every day since I've been here.
Yeah. What's his mission? To like just knock off and jerk off as many on porches as he can, or like, you know,
just
I don't know.
Have as many people see his penis as possible, I think is his mission.
Yeah. It's like an advent. He's like wants to do like an advent calendar.
28 days of sass.
Yeah. 25 days of sass. You open your door, it's jerking off with a number one, and the next day it's number two.
Is he doing different acts every day?
I don't know. I think he just jerks off. He's a one-act man.
He's a reindeer today.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's the 23rd of December.
Oh, sass. Well, it's like that anyway. Officer said. I'm glad they locked him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Oh, he's $500,000. And he's gonna have to wear like a
chastity belt.
Yeah, a GPS steel cuff on his ankle, so just impossible to get off. Like a bear trap on his ankle, basically, that he can't possibly cut off. So, but I doubt he's gonna pass or post $500,000, but he'll probably go to jail for the rest of his life for this. But
good.
Yeah, quite a character, old Sass.
Pretty serious sexual assault.
Yeah,
community-wide level.
Yeah, because let's go to New Mexico real quick.
Okay.
Rio Rancho. This is 82-year-old June Ann Fennell, and June Ann is at her home. She's hot. She's bedbound. Okay, so she's not in a hospital, but she's essentially got a hospital bed at her house because she's 82.
A hospice,
she's fucking old.
Or
it's not hospice, just in-home health care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. She's old. She drinks almost all of her liquids from a straw. She's got oxygen. And she has a caretaker, okay? Now, I'm not sure how old her caretaker is, but he's old. He's not young. His name is Henry Cardana. Here's Henry. He looks angry. He looks very British. He's not British, but he looks British. You know what I mean?
He does. He certainly does look British.
He's so angry he looks British, I think is what happens.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, back in April, dispatchers in Rio Rancho received a 911 call from Cardana saying, I can't control this 82-year-old woman. She's going nuts. Get her the hell out of here. So dispatchers came out. And while dispatchers were out there, the police officer asked Cardana, you a firearms guy? And he said, oh, yeah. And the officer said, nice. And he said, Cardana said, they're loaded. They're ready to go. And the cop said, we don't need to see him. I see that one over there. It's super nice. And then he said, I like folks having guns. I'm a gunner myself. And Cardana said, appreciate that. Now get the hell out of here. And the cop said, okay. And 4 hours later, they got another call. But before we get to what happened in that call, here's the body cam clip of that first situation. So you're going to hear Cardana first on the 911 call. Then you're going to hear June Ann. She got on the call after Cardana did the first 911 call, and then the body cam footage.
a hospice patient, and she's getting uncontrollable, trying to crawl on the bed, and I can't control her anymore. She needs, for her own safety, to get the hell out of here.
Does she have any medical conditions? Anything we need to know about?
She's got a whole bunch of medical conditions. Get her the hell out of here.
Do you feel like you're in danger, ma'am?
Yeah.
Do you know if there's any weapons there in the home?
Yeah.
You're a firearms guy.
Because the cops.
Nice.
They're loaded. They're ready to go.
We don't need to see them. I see there's one probably right there in that case, and I see one over there. I like folks that have guns.
Okay.
Because I have guns too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. We're going to get out of here.
Please don't.
I appreciate
Please
you.
don't.
Really
Please.
do.
Whatever you say.
We can't, man. Yeah, we
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
What did you say?
I said, you're fine until I kill you.
He's threatened to do that.
They then leave.
Please.
Get out of here. Go away.
What?
Oh, damn.
What do you guys think? You think
They
it's
bought
a
it that he
situation
was
where
joking?
if you're a cop, what about his body language or actual language would lead you to believe that he was joking, William?
So let me guess. He shot her right after they left. I mean, it seems like
4 hours later.
4 hours later,
Jesus.
Police get this 911 call from a neighbor.
The neighbor man was screaming for help. Told us to call the police. He says he's killed her.
When police get there, they find Henry Cardona covered in blood. According to court records, he had just shot and killed Junan. He blamed the police for not doing anything earlier.
You're not listening. You didn't help me at all.
Do you
earlier.
understand the rights
It's all
I'm
your
reading you?
fault. You guys caused this.
I kind of agree.
Dude. Whoa.
You got to remove that dude from the fucking house, man.
Got
Take
to
his
move that guy
guns.
from the fucking force.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. You got guns over. Nice. Help me. Sorry, ma'am. We can't stay. We can't stay, ma'am.
Well, you're fine until I kill you. You're good until I kill you.
Kill you.
damn on camera. Yeah, that's rough.
That sucks.
Yeah, not good.
So they're in trouble, those cops, big time.
Yeah, probably. There's apparently a law in New Mexico where you can definitely take someone's guns in that situation. So that's what all the press is about. But I'm more just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how busy are they in Rio Rancho. Could have been very busy, but that's like a red flag scenario there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they should have handled the first one differently.
He's
obviously,
threatened that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, because he's the homeowner, so legally, I'm not sure what they can do, but they should have at least removed her if they couldn't remove him.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Bummer.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer. All right. Well, here, let's end on something that's a bummer for some, but also just super fun for us to watch because no skin in the game here, really. But it's something that sadly Snoop Dogg claims he will not be watching while high anymore. A lot of people, this is their favorite thing to watch while high. Of course, I'm talking about rocket launches, SpaceX in this case, other rocket launches as well, but SpaceX, they're doing a lot of them now. And SpaceX recently launched their Starship rocket, the one that's supposed to go to the moon, to Mars, everything like that. And it ended in a massive explosion that could be seen from Earth. This is the second Starship test that's ended in an explosion. This one, is got a little bit further than the test that exploded in April. But again, exploded pretty quickly. It's supposed to take humans to Mars one day. I think allegedly next year was when it was supposed to first take it to Mars. So we're obviously not going to get that. And I've cut together the SpaceX and on the ground view of the explosion so that you can enjoy it twice. Here it is.
We are 2 plus 40 seconds into the flight of Starship. 33 Raptor engines powering the first stage.
Power and telemetry nominal.
And that call out tells us Starship is through the period of greatest stress on the way to space.
It's like all a baseball announcer.
Booster engine cut off. Stage separation.
Boost back startup.
Nice.
And
separated.
So far, so good. From the ground.
Incredible views of our super heavy booster. And as as you can see, the Super Heavy booster has just experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
Rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
Whoa. Wait, so the whole thing fucking blew up and they're happy and they're cheering?
Yeah.
Wait, did the capsule blow up too, or just
right? Well, it's separate. Did it separate? It separated.
It separated, and then it all blew up after that. And I think
nothing survived.
Well, there was nobody on it. It was a test, thankfully, Wes. Right? And,
yeah.
Technically, more successful than the last one. They did the separation. I don't think they could get last time, but Starship is supposed to again be putting Americans on Mars this decade, and so far we only have a bunch of hunks of metal over the Gulf of Mexico to show for it. The Dragon from SpaceX ended up working out pretty good for the ISS, but the lunar and Mars missions aren't instilling the same level of confidence yet with these types of tests going on. The other one that's supposed to take us to the moon or Mars is the Boeing one that's delayed by like a decade, basically. So, right. Not a lot of great news on the Project Artemis front, whatever the Mars mission's called. Also, Elon, not the best week for him in general. He lost all the ads of the people that attended G's dinner the same week he blew up his second Starship. So they took all their ads off X the same time. So tough week in Elon's world. But
yeah, tough week for the richest man in the world. Eat a dick.
Yeah, but we get to watch the G dinners and the SpaceX explosion. So it's net positive for us, right? So
there you go.
Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad way to start your week, if you don't mind, laughing at somebody wasting millions, billions of dollars on ships that explode.
Yeah, Wes was going to quit his job if he saw a homeless man shitting on a possum. So,
yeah, Wes, how does this make you feel with your stance on NASA being
not NASA? I mean,
because this is for NASA. Like he's doing this, he's exploding these ships for NASA, basically.
I mean, you couldn't pay me enough money to get on one of these things anytime soon.
But does it make you upset about NASA and your stance on them potentially being completely fake?
No, I mean Bezos was successful, right? To get people into outer space and have a little jaunt into outer space, right? Was he the only one so far?
Well, no, I mean, SpaceX has taken a lot of people to the International Space Station, but they claim that they're going to take us back to the moon and then also to Mars beyond that.
I don't know.
So Boeing does too. How do you feel? Do you think that we're on it? Do you think that NASA's got their finger on the pulse? They're doing a good job?
Clearly not.
Okay.
Clearly, Clearly, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they still got things exploding when they're not supposed to explode.
That's right. Solid points from Wes right there on the NASA analysis. Pat, your thoughts, NASA?
Nothing. Love NASA. I don't want to hear any NASA bashing. So
okay. A lot of people out there say that it's fake and that the moon is hollow and that everything is a cover up for the alien overlords. You ever think about that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it follows the plot of one of your favorite movies, They Live. So give it some consideration. Okay, that's it for the show. Hopefully your week is kicked off better now after listening to this. You know more. We know more. We love you all. But most importantly, get out there and have yourself a great fucking Monday.